Good with y'all boys, man. I got some heat for y'all today. This probably gonna be one of the realest video, the second most realest video I ever make. You know what I mean? Because I really fuck with this topic, and I really think it's really important, especially right now in 2021. So important. I got my fucking notepad here with me, so I apologize if I'm looking down too much and stuff. But I got a whole list in order of what I want to talk about, so I want to make sure I hit every point. So jumping straight into it, because I don't want to make this video too long, but I want y'all to really understand and grasp the concept. So anyways, jumping straight into it, we talking about a spiritual parasite. In order for you to understand what a spiritual parasite is, you need to understand what a parasite is. Pretty much what a parasite is a parasite is an organism that feeds off some kind of host. So it's an organism that literally uses something else as a food source, and it feeds off this host in order for its own personal survival. So a spiritual parasite is really no different from a parasite. The only difference is that a spiritual parasite exists on the spiritual realm. So now that you understand that, you need to know, okay, what is a spiritual parasite exactly? So a spiritual parasite is like pretty much like a person who, was living in the physical realm, but they just felt like their life was fucked up, or they just couldn't deal with the trauma of life. Like maybe they went through some insane trauma, or they went through some insane kind of events that transpired in their life, and they just couldn't deal with it. So their soul literally, I guess you could say, went on autopilot and just left their body. And so their body is here on the physical realm, but their soul is somewhere else. And so that's why, you ever talk to people, or you ever have like conversations with certain people, and you feel like, you're talking to them, but you just feel like there's nobody there. Like it's just like you look in their eyes, they just look like soulless. It's because there's literally nobody there. Like there's a physical body, you know what I'm saying? They can talk to you, they can speak to you, but they have no type of soul. You know what I mean? Their soul is somewhere on wherever, you know what I'm saying, somewhere wandering. So that's pretty much what a spiritual parasite stems from. Is it stems from a wandering soul, and somebody that's wandering on the spiritual realm. So a wandering soul is just like pretty much a person who, like I said, just wasn't happy with life. You know what I mean? They wasn't happy with their life. And so now they're on this spiritual plane, and they're wandering around. So what they do is they look for other people while they're on this spiritual realm. They look for other souls that, are kind of going through the same shit they was going through. And they attach themselves to these other souls, and they pretty much feed off these other souls, and they try to bring these people down with them, and bring these people on their level, because they just don't want to be alone. They don't want to suffer alone. They don't want to go through that suffering alone. So they attach themselves to these people to literally bring them down to their level. Like it's sad, but it's true. So so now you need to understand. So now, you're probably asking, okay, well, how do I know, if I'm being, manipulated by a spiritual parasite? Okay, so to know that you're being manipulated by a spiritual parasite, it's like, I mean, it's real simple. You know what I'm saying? Are you in control of your actions? Are you in control of your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever get a thought in your head, or you ever get some kind of thought in your head, and you just kind of know it's not your thought. Like the thought just kind of came out of nowhere. It just came out the blue, and you can't really grasp it. You can't really explain it. It's like a super just negative thought, and it just comes out of nowhere. And then, that thought then, formulates in your mind, and then it becomes like something bigger, and you feel like you literally can't control yourself. Like you literally cannot stop yourself from doing that, from participating in that action, or whatever that thought is telling you to do. That's a clear tell sign that there's some kind of spiritual parasite attached to you, because you have to ask yourself the question: if you were fully in control of your mind, and you were fully in control of your thoughts, why can you not stop yourself from doing something that you know is not beneficial to you? Why can you not stop yourself from participating in that activity if you know it's going to harm you? You get what I'm saying? Why would you put yourself in a situation that you know is going to harm you? Because it's not you. So now that you understand this, now that you understand this, that's really a clear tell sign that you probably have a spiritual parasite. Um, and you know, so now you might ask, okay, well, how are spiritual parasites able to attach themselves to me? Okay, well, spiritual parasites are able to attach themselves to you. Well, let me think. All right, to understand this, you need to really understand the chakras. You need to understand how the chakras work, and you know, understanding the balance and the imbalance of the chakras. Because when you understand the chakras, then honestly, all this shit really makes sense. When your chakras are imbalanced, the spiritual parasite can sense this on the spiritual realm, and so when your chakras become imbalanced, it pretty much, whatever that spiritual parasite was addicted to. So let's just say your sacral chakra, for example. You know what I mean? And I just call this the sexual chakra, because that's pretty much what it is. Your sacral chakra is like your creative energy, your sexual energy, stuff like that. So let's just say your sacral chakra is out of balance, right? A spiritual parasite on the spiritual realm will sense this. But let's just say that specific spiritual parasite in his host body, or his actual body, you know, maybe he fucked up his life because he lacked the discipline of his own sexual desires. So maybe because he couldn't control his own sexual desires in his life, he ultimately went through his whole entire life and just wasted it and fucked it up. So that's why he just feels like he didn't accomplish it. He feels like he didn't do anything. And so he went autopilot. Now here he is as a spiritual parasite. Now this spiritual parasite sees you going through the same shit, going through the same motions, and sees you, beating your meat every day, and releasing your seed every day, and basically imbalancing your sacral chakras. So now what this organism is going to do is going to feed off you and pretty much try to bring you down with them. You know what I'm saying? So that they don't, like I said, so that they don't have to be alone. It's going to literally take you and try to bring you down. So it's going to attach itself to you, and then whenever you try to become a better person, or whenever you try to stop doing this activity, it's always going to be there to like keep you doing it. And simply put, I mean, because now you might ask, okay, well, why are they doing this? What is the reason of a spiritual parasite? What is the objective of a spiritual parasite trying to purposely manipulate and bring me down? I mean, if you honestly want to be real simple with it, bro, the reason why a spiritual parasite wants to bring you down is literally just because it doesn't want to see you happy. A spiritual parasite is literally, I guess you could say, what they call a quote unquote a hater. That's what a spiritual parasite is. It's a hater. It's an entity that doesn't want to see you happy because it's not happy. So it can't even fathom the thought of you being happy because it's not happy. And so it's like, okay, well, I'd rather you be on my level than you be above me. So that's literally the whole reason why why spiritual parasites do this, is because they just don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you be what they couldn't be, what they didn't have, what they had the potential to be, but they didn't do it. They don't want to see you become that. So they purposely hold you down. They purposely bring you down. So, I mean, this is why in life, in the physical realm, you might feel like you have people in your life who just don't support you. Like you might have some crazy goals and ambitions and things that you want to accomplish and things that you want to get done, but you just feel like the people around you just don't support you. Or even the people at your workplace and stuff like that, you just feel like these people just don't support you. Because honestly, bro, most people in 2021 are being manipulated by a spiritual parasite. So they don't even know why they hating, bro. They don't even know why they're a hater. They just do it. And the reason why they just do it is because they're not even in control of their own thoughts. They're not in control of their mind. So they can't even formulate a thought of positivity towards you because they're not even in control of their mind. This spiritual parasite is literally controlling and manipulating their every action. And the spiritual parasite, as long as this parasite is attached to them, it's always going to tell them to not support you, to not help you. Why? Because, it doesn't want to see you be happy. It doesn't want to see you be great. Whenever you doing some bullshit, whenever you doing some fucked up shit, you'll notice that these same people, they love you. They love you when you want some bullshit. They love you when you want some fuck nigga shit. But as soon as you try to change your ways, as soon as you try to become a better person, you gonna start to see, you know, literally the parasite in their eyes. Like, you gonna see the envy come out this person. And that's why. It's because this person is not even in control of themselves. So, now you might ask, okay, well, Kilo, like, how do I get rid of a spiritual how do I get rid of a spiritual parasite? Like, how do I get rid of it? Well, I mean, it's real simple. To get rid of a spiritual parasite, you just literally have to, to get rid of a spiritual parasite, you have to starve it. You have to starve it out. So, simple. I mean, it's like doing a fast. You know what I mean? If you want to change your eating habits and you want to get rid of toxins within your body, you do a fast and you literally don't eat that food. And then you'll notice that, one, you're not as hungry anymore, and two, you have more control over your appetite. Well, it's the same thing. It's like whatever you're addicted to, whatever kind of addictions that you have and you feel like you can't stop, you have to fast from that addiction. So if your addiction is watching porn, stop watching porn. If your addiction is eating bad food or eating junk food, you have to stop eating these foods. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard because, like I said, this spiritual parasite is attached to you. So it's like you're not just, you're literally fighting yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it might sound cliche when they say you are your worst enemy, but you truly are your worst enemy. Because you don't even know how deep this shit gets. It's a spiritual war. You literally are your worst enemy. So to get rid of a spiritual parasite, you literally just have to fast it out. You have to stop participating in the behaviors that you were participating in, and then this parasite will no longer be able to feed on you because it can't get anything from you. If this parasite was addicted to porn back in its physical life, and you're no longer watching porn and you no longer participate in that behavior, this parasite can't get anything from you. You can't feed it. So it literally has to detach from you, and then it goes and it moves on to the next person. So that's literally how you get a parasite off you, is you just have to stop feeding it. Stop giving it bullshit. Like a lot of y'all, bro, if you are around people in your life or your family or friends or whatever, and you got people in your life and they love you when you want some bullshit, but as soon as you try to do better in your life, it's like they you know what I mean, they kind of act funny. You just have to completely get those people away from you. Cut those people off. Those people have their own parasites and their own demons that they need to face. And if they don't want to face it, you got to let these people go, because their parasites can inflict on you as much as you keep them around you. So it's just like that, bro. To get a parasite away from you, you just need to stop entertaining it, bro. Stop fucking with it. Simple as that. And that goes for anybody's parasites. Just stop fucking with them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, man, hope y'all have a better understanding of this shit. I wanted to really speak on this topic because, if you are a person and you are eating bad foods every day, if you are masturbating every day, even if you're having sex every day, if you are a person and you are doing too much of anything, there's a good chance that your chakras are out of balance. So, and if these chakras are not in balance, then there's a good chance that you are being manipulated by a spiritual parasite. So, what I'm going to do is I'm about to start a new series, and I'm going to start speaking on chakras. I'm going to do it individually, though, so I don't have to make these long-ass videos. So I'm going to do it individually, but I'm going to start speaking on chakras, because if you understand chakras and you understand the imbalance and the balance and how chakras operate and how chakras work, once you have a better understanding of that, then you will have a better understanding of, how to live a better life. Simple as that. Anyways, I'm out. We catch y'all in the next one. Peace.